Time again for another installment of The Basics, and on today's show I want to get back into the Star Trek CCG because I want to talk about cloaked ships. What to do when you encounter one, and what you can do to them or what they can do to you. So let's get started, shall we? Now, I'm simulating a two-player game to talk about cloaked ships. I'm playing as Federation, which is one of my main decks that I have put together. I do have a Q10 side deck, but that's really inconsequential in this video. My main ship I have out is my Enterprise E. My opponent, my fictional opponent, is playing as Romulans. He has two ships out. He has one of his warbirds at a mission that he's just completed, and he has a second warbird, and I only know this because it's my deck, so yeah. His second warbird is cloaked, and the card is face down. This denotes a cloaked ship. Now, when you're moving down the spaceline, and just so you know, the Romulan guy is going this way, and I'm going that way. Now, if it was a dual affiliation or tri-affiliation mission, if my Enterprise E stopped there, because it's on my turn, the cloaked ship can't do anything. Now, if I was playing another affiliation that's not Federation that can initiate any kind of battle, I still can't attack the cloaked ship because it's cloaked. You can't technically see it. Just like in the television series, the ship is cloaked, you can't see it. And no, I'm not getting into that techno-babble with sensors and tachyons and all that funky stuff. I can also pass right by that spaceline location and use up my range. Therefore, I miss that cloaked ship completely. But one of the main things you can do if you encounter a cloaked ship, so say I did stop at that mission, either I used up my range or it's a dual or tri-affiliation mission that I can attempt, you can't attack the cloaked ship, but you can still play a card that would affect that ship as it would any normal ship. So that would mean I can play any events targeting ships on my turn or any interrupts targeting ships on the opponent's turn, or any kind of artifact or card that deals with doing stuff to ships. You just can't attack. Now, a lot of people think that having a deck with an affiliation that has cloaked ships has an advantage. I can tell you that that's only partially true, mainly because of what I've talked about on today's show. In my Federation deck, I have the USS Defiant, which is a Federation ship with a cloaking device. But has it given me an advantage over other decks with cloaking ships? No, it's about the same, mainly because of those cards that target ships. Now, on the other flip of the coin, the opponent on his next turn, if I'm at that spaceline location, if I stop there, he can choose to decloak, and because he's Romulan, he can attack anybody. He can choose to attack me and initiate a battle. Or if he's at a planet mission like we are, when he decloaks, he can now beam an away team down to the mission. Now, contrary to popular belief, cloaking in the Star Trek card game is not the be-all and end-all. There's different ways you can use cloaked ships. You could keep them cloaked when you go down the spaceline and only decloak to do a mission or beam an away team, or you can stay decloaked most of the time, as I do when I use a deck with ships so equipped, and I will only cloak if I seek to avoid a battle so I can use my range to move on and score points. Because in some cases, it's more advantageous to avoid a battle in the game and just deal with the dilemmas on a mission when you're all off by yourself. And I've mentioned that in a previous episode. That's all for today. Have a great day, everybody.